Okay, hi everyone. So Daryl here. Today we're going to do this unit selection video on reference Ekkamai by SE Asset. I think my colleague Kevin has really done like a review video, but I think he didn't really go too much in depth into the various facing, but he did quite a good review, I would say. And what I'll do is I'll link his review video in the description below. So once again, right, many people don't really know the bigger developers. I mean, they do know the various locations and whatnot, but uh, there are some developers that are more popular with international buyers, and ST Asset is somewhat somewhere in the middle. Some international buyers know them, some may not know them. They're not as uh, aggressive as developers like Sunsiri, but ST Asset, right, is a developer that's listed on the stock exchange of Thailand. And if you follow Thai politics, right, the current Thai Prime Minister, is the daughter of Thaksin. And then the current Thai Prime Minister, right, is actually the one of the major shareholders of SC Asset. I believe that before she could take up the position of Prime Minister, right, she had to actually give up her shares in SC Asset. So SC Asset is not a small developer. My agency has been dealing with SC Asset properties for I think many years already, maybe coming up to 7 to 8 years. We've been working with SC Asset, and I would say that the developments are range from the mass market developments all the way to luxury developments. And reference Ekkamai is actually a luxury development by SC Asset. From the name itself, right, you see that it's located in Ekkamai, and this is where generally there's a very strong expatriate community, especially from the Japanese. So that means like the Japanese, they like this area, and there's actually this Donkey Mall, this Donkey Mall, right, which is located quite close to reference Ekkamai. So you can see this reference Ekkamai, right? It actually fronts this Ekkamai Road. So this Ekkamai Road, right, the unique thing about Ekkamai Road is that actually from the main Sukhumvit Road, when you go into the roads, right, most of the roads are rather narrow. But Ekkamai Road is actually a rather wide it's actually a rather wide road. So like you see this Thonglo, right? Thonglo Road. When you come down from BTS Thonglo and then you go into Thonglo, the main Thonglo artery road, right? You realize that the road is rather wide. So it's like 4 lanes, then same as Ekkamai. So this is actually a rather busy road, rather than a small soy. Okay, so this location here, this reference Ekkamai, right, is quite close to Donkey Mall. I think maybe about a few hundred meters only, maybe about 200 meters, and you can get to Donkey Mall just by just a few minutes walk to Donkey Mall. And we have been walking this Ekkamai Road in our Bangkok property tour. If you have been following us, if you've been to our tours, you realize that our tour director, being Wilbur, right, he does. So our tour is not mainly just walking to properties, but we try to bring our participants to famous places that are in and around Bangkok, close to the condominium, so you can see the cafes, the restaurants, the type of food, famous food that are located somewhere. I mean, in all the locations that are close to the developments that we are marketing. And one of the famous places that that Wilbur has been bringing our participants to, right, is this place called Here High. So Here High is actually somewhere after Healthland. It's nearer to reference Ekkamai than Donkey Mall. Reference Ekkamai, just opposite reference Ekkamai, is this very big Healthland. So if it's a very popular Healthland with tourists. So tourists, when they want to get, like, I think if you go to Bangkok quite often, you realize that there are two brands for massages. One is Healthland and one is Let's Relax. Okay, so this location map, right, it shows reference Ekkamai in reference to the map. But like I always mention, developers, what they will do, right, is that they will place a pin, then they put the development in this very, very large picture, right? So you think like it's very near Donkey Mall. It is near Donkey Mall, but it's not as though it's next to Donkey Mall like what you see here. Okay, so it's not exactly very close to BTS Ekkamai. I think it's about a kilometer away. But the thing about Ekkamai and Tonglo is that the popular areas, right, are around here are situated around Tonglo Soi Ten. So around Tonglo Soi Ten, it's a very residential area. It's a stretch of road whereby there are a lot of high-end restaurants, cafes. Then the high so um, community in Thailand, right? They tend to live around here. The Japanese community is very strong. It's a party scene as well, especially around this area, which is the end of Tonglo Soi Ten that is closer to Tonglo Road. That is where a lot of very famous bars and nightclubs, and then if you want to go and hang out for the night, listen to some live music. This is all around here. Okay, and then previously, right, we did quite a few developments along Ekkamai Road. Most notably is XT Ekkamai, which is around this area, which is actually even deeper into Ekkamai Road, further away from BTS Ekkamai, and that was by Sansiri. And then this development actually sold really really well. Okay, so let me see. So this is reference Ekkamai. Yeah, then here is Here High. So Donkey Mall is this one here. So this Here High is the one that we always go to during our Bangkok property tour. So what Wilbur will make our participants do is that they will walk to Here High from Ekkamai BTS station. Okay, so this is the perspective, right? But what we will do, right, is that we will take a look at the location via Google Maps. So this is reference Ekkamai. You can see that the Ekkamai BTS station is here. You get down and then you go the side opposite Gateway Ekkamai. So Gateway Ekkamai is this mall whereby there are a lot of there's a supermarket at the basement, then there's a food section, then it's a community mall, not especially large, but but it's quite popular because there are quite good Japanese food around that area. Japanese restaurants in Gateway Ekkamai. And I think if you guys are familiar, right, there's this famous Park Krapao branch called Pet Mark. It's by this blogger Mark Wins. So it's just across the road here. And then but you get off the other side and then you walk this street. So this street is actually Sukhumvit Soi 63, but we call it Ekkamai Road. So this is reference Ekkamai. And if you drop a pin, right, because the perspective, they don't show you what's next to it. So this is a Healthland that is opposite. So you can see reference Ekkamai is just opposite the Healthland. Okay, and then next to reference Ekkamai, right, is Rhythm Ekkamai Estate. So Rhythm Ekkamai Estate, right, we marketed to some of our clients did buy Rhythm Ekkamai Estate. Rental is actually quite strong. I think about a one bedroom is about 30,000+ Thai baht per month. And so actually the Rhythm Ekkamai Estate, right, the rental demand is quite high. The rent in Ekkamai is generally higher than other neighboring areas, especially if you compare to like Tonglo. Sorry, not Tonglo. Tonglo is actually more expensive than Ekkamai. But if you compare to like places like Onut, Prakanon, then Ekkamai is a bit more expensive than those locations. Okay, so you go down a bit, right, and then you can actually get to Donkey Mall. So Donkey Mall is just here. This is Donkey Mall. Okay, so you see the road is rather pleasant, 4 lanes, quite wide. Okay, and then see there's like a community mall all over the place. It's quite a nice area to live. So next to this, next to the reference Ekkamai, right, there's another development that we are not sure whether it will continue building. So this developer actually they stopped marketing the units in this development because I think they eventually didn't want to go through with developing the plot of land. Okay, so this developer is not a listed developer, but SC Asset is. Okay, so these are, so you need to take note, because I think eventually there will be a building here. So the left and right of reference Ekkamai, right, might be blocked. But the good thing about it, right, is that if we look at the perspective, right, the sides do not have facing. I mean, the units do not face the sides. If we go back to the floor plan, as you can see, this side is west, then this side is east. So on top is north, down is south, right? So if you remember, right, the back of the building, right, the back of the building is west, the front of the building is east. So from there, right, you would know the facing of the units on sale. Okay, so the units, right, there's like a buffer to Ekkamai Road. So you see they put it as north this way, right? I have no idea why they like to tilt it so much. So the west sun comes in from here, and, and east this way. So this building actually is supposed to tilt a bit more to the right. So it's supposed to go a bit more clockwise. Okay, so this is Ekkamai Road. This is the ground floor. They call it the serene sphere. Okay, so don't know for. I mean, they like to name their stuff like that. Okay, so this is the first level. Then this is the second floor. So this is the third floor. The third floor is the car park. The fourth or so, and then the fifth floor, right, units start from the fifth level. Okay, and then every level, right, there's one bedroom plus, then usually a few 2 bedrooms. I think usually it ranges from 1 to 3 2 bedrooms. Then there are typically 5 to 8 1 bedrooms. So the 1 bedrooms are these beige units, the smaller units. They are 34.55 square meter, thereabouts 36-37 square meter. Then the 1 bedroom plus, right, is a one full master bedroom, and then comes with a study. So then it's 47 square meter. Then there's a 2 bedder which is 68.26 square meter, that's on the fifth floor. So if you ask me, right, I think I would consider a unit on I'll consider unit on the fifth floor, if it's available, because it's a bit unique, because it's on facilities level. So sometimes people ask me, how do you choose units? Okay, so usually I tell them you try to choose units that are on facilities level, because it's a little bit unique. Then people will complain, say, oh, then every day I see people outside my unit. Yeah, but then imagine if like you finish your yoga and then you just walk home on the same level rather than taking a lift. So there's at least there's some uniqueness to it. Okay, alternatively, right, then I would choose one level above the facilities level. I mean, so I would also choose the sixth floor. One of the main reasons is, yeah, you just go down one flight of stairs will do. I don't need to depend on the lift. And another thing, right, a lot of people say I want to have pool view. You also need to notice that I mean, if the swimming pool is on a certain level, like in this case, right, like if you want to have this garden view, right, if the garden is on the fifth floor, right, and then you're on, like, I mean, imagine if the development was 30 levels, then you're 30 levels up, right? I don't see how you actually have a view of what is on the fifth floor. So when you want to have a view of something, you need to consider the fact that to have a view, right, you cannot be too high up. So usually my buffer will be about 8 floors up, plus minus. Anything higher than that, right, I don't think you actually have a view of that thing. Okay, so this first floor, right, if you want to have view of the floating oasis, right, then you would maybe buy up to maybe the, I don't know, 9th floor or 10th floor, and then other than that, right, you can't actually see your floating oasis, because imagine if like you're on the, I don't know, 20th floor. I don't know how you can actually see that. Okay, so yeah, this is something to take note of. So if you want to overlook this greenery portion, right, then I would say that most probably you can maybe buy up to like 12th or 13th floor, and then after that, right, you can't actually see this greenery view anymore. So in my personal opinion, right, if you want to have a view of this water feature as well as the garden, then I think somewhere around the 10th level will be good. Yeah, next time when we sell, right, we also will be selling, telling the buyers the same story. Okay, so you must always consider your exit strategy, which is how you're going to sell your unit. Okay, so the 6th to 16th floor, right, there's one 2 bedroom, and then there's one 2 bedroom plus. Then there are 8 1 bedrooms. So you see these beige units, right? For me, right, I would definitely consider units which are facing east side, which means these 1 bedroom units that overlook the greenery or the water feature. So if I were going for a 1 bedroom unit, right, I would veer towards units on the 5th and 6th floor. Then alternatively, I will gravitate to units on the 10th floor, so that I still have views of this the water feature as well as the greenery. Okay, so for the 2 bedroom, right, if you want any unit on the 6th to 16th floor, there's only one unit of the 2 bedroom, which is here, and then one unit of the 1 bedroom plus. For me, right, if I had any choice, I would choose the 1 bedroom plus over the 2 bedroom and the 1 bedroom, because firstly, there's only one 1 bedroom plus on every level, so it's quite rare. So in future, if let's say someone wants to come, you're selling a 1 bedroom plus, right, then you don't have to compete with so many 1 bedroom plus, because not everyone will be selling their 1 bedroom plus. Maybe only you, or maybe one or two others. So the competition is actually a lot less, so it's a bit more rare. Okay, so from the 17th to the 41st floor, right? Okay, like I mentioned, so imagine if you're on the 17th, or let's say you're on the 40th floor, right? You don't actually have a view of this greenery, and you don't actually have a view of this water feature. So please take note, don't go around telling people, say I got water feature view or greenery view when I'm on the 41st floor, because I can't see it. Okay, but in any case, right, if I'm not going to buy a 10th floor unit thereabouts for a 1 bedroom, right, then I will go really really high, because then I will see this direction, right, goes towards Bang Na area. Then if you look out this direction, right, you can see your Bang Na area. But if on the back, right, that means the west facing. If you look towards this direction, right, it's looking towards Asok. So you'll be able to see things like your Biot sky, and then this direction scrolling down, right, is towards your CBD area. So it'll be like your Saton Silon area. Okay, so this is the 42nd floor. If any 42nd floor unit is available, right, there's only one 2 bedroom, one bedroom, and one bedroom plus on the 42nd floor. 43rd floor is where the pool is. Then there's a onsen, and then there's a there's a tea lounge and cold kitchen here. Yeah, so this is the 44th floor. This is the penthouse unit. So it's a 157.97 square meter penthouse unit. Yeah, then this is the rooftop floor. So you want a penthouse, right? There's only one. Okay, then if let's say you're looking for units, for exclusivity, I would choose the 42nd floor. It's only one level below the facilities. Alternatively, right, if I were going for a 1 bedroom, right, either I choose something around the 10th floor, then I go pretty high. So I try to go as high as possible. Maybe the 41st or 40th floor, somewhere around there. Then I can get really, really panoramic views. But if you go really high, right, then if you're facing the back, which is the I think this direction is northwest facing, right? So the northwest facing, you're actually facing Biot sky, then you face towards Siam Paragon. So this direction is towards Siam Paragon. If you look at the map, right, you see here, right, you scroll out, you should be able to see this direction, right, looking out, right, you are looking towards Asok, Biot sky, Siam Paragon, this direction. So if you look towards here, this is Lumpini Park. Okay, but Raffles Ekkamai is looking towards this direction, is Lumpini Park. Then for this direction looking forward, right, this direction forward, right, is towards Bangna area. Okay, so these are the views that you're gonna get. Okay, yeah, so you can look towards this direction. You see Aso, Amsphere, Emporium. I would say that the views at the back are a little better than the views in the front. But then if you want so that's why the front choice units, right, you either go really really high so that you can look out to the Bangna area, that direction all unblocked. Then if not, then you buy around like, I don't know, 10 floor units so they can get some greenery or water view, water feature view, which is the water feature is on the ground floor, the greenery is on the 5th level. Okay, so that's all from me. These are my company's contact details. So you can go to investbangkokproperty.com or you can go to ibprealestate.com. This is our corporate site. So the investbangkokproperty.com is our sales site. Okay, so that's all from me. If you have any queries, right, you can just reach out to myself or my colleagues, and I'll see you guys at the next video.